Yes, folks, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to KGX to the ZTV. International break is over and straight into FA Cup weekend. Not the return that we'd like to see as fans, right? We'd want to just jump right back into the Premier League where the business end of the season, the final stretch, the final push for Champions League football. But FA Cup quarterfinal action today, Chelsea 7, Port Vale nil. And look, not much to really break down, right? The gulf in quality between Chelsea and Port Vale. Port Vale currently, I think, 23rd, 22nd in League One, looking like they'll probably get relegated down to League Two. Whereas Chelsea returned with a very strong lineup, right? No Caicedo, no Reese, no Cucurella. But apart from that, Sanchez in goal, Gusto right back. Tosin came in as center back with Fofana. Hato came in at left back. Lavia, Santos, the double pivot. Palmer in the 10. Esteval and Neto on the wings. They were kind of rotating and alternating, switching sides a little bit. Neto played primarily off the right in the first half, and then Esteval a little bit off the left, and then Esteval kind of transitioned a little bit to the right on this in the second half. um, and then apologies a little bit. The allergies are killing me. Allergies are killing me. But and then Ja Pedro, of course, up top. And it was it was domination. It was exactly what you would think in terms of a squad that spent close to 2 billion versus a squad that doesn't even have a front of the shirt sponsor. Shout out to those clubs that don't have front of the shirt sponsors. We are no longer one of them until the end of the season. But yeah, we got the party started early today. Hato, 2 minutes in, get a corner, little scramble in the box. Hato gets his foot over it and scores. And you're like, okay, it's going to be one of them days where it's just goals and goals and goals and goals. And it took us a little while after that, right? We were controlling it. I'll be honest with you, I can't remember. I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm looking to see. Yeah, Port Vale had 4 shots, none on target, so no saves needed for Robert Sanchez today. So it's could have put me in goal, could have put Jimmy in goal, Lewis, any one of us. Zombie could have been in goal, Moses could have been in goal. All my regulars, any one of you guys could have been in goal today and kept a clean sheet. But yeah, we took our foot off the gas a little bit after that first goal, and we were playing it patiently, kind of doing the side to side thing that we've all kind of come to hate but kind of come to expect with we're senior and how the players build up. But shortly after that, 20 minutes, about 20 minutes after the goal, João Pedro gets his goal. Neto, another assist. So don't know what his GA is for the season, but all comps he's going to end with close to probably 25 this year if he continues to get goal and assist here every once in a while. He's been a killer in the cups. I think he had a hat trick in the not the previous round, but the round before that, maybe Charlton. I think he had a hat trick or something like that, or maybe that was the Carabao Cup. I might be getting them conflated a little bit. Long season, but Ja Pedro gets his goal off the right side. Lovely touch. You see the difference in quality, right? The defender not strong enough, can't get touch tight to him, allows him to spin, take a touch, little shot fake, and then just places it into the back of the net. It's 2-0, and you're like, all right, how many is it going to be? We end the first half fairly strong, right? We get another goal. This time, technically, I think it went down as an own goal. So it's 3-0, and you're like, okay, let's get some guys some minutes. Let's score a couple more. Actually, that was the Palmer. That was the Palmer goal where he box crashed. I'm surprised they didn't give that to Palmer. I'll have to look at it back again. Maybe somebody in the comments will let me know. But that was the one where I think it was Gusto had a shot, and then Palmer kind of box crashed, and then kind of slid and kicked it in. But apparently it went down as an own goal, so Palmer didn't even get his GA today. But Palmer wasn't the greatest. Was getting kind of crowded out today in that 10 position, holding on to it a little bit too long. Did play some nice progressive passes earlier, and when he did find some space and was allowed a little bit of time, was forward thinking and aggressive with his actions and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I'm still surprised, man. That rattled me a little bit because I thought for sure that that was a Palmer goal. But anyway, second half comes and Esteval goes to the right side. We're creating. He's making some lovely runs in behind, and Lavia's finding them. Santos is finding them. Tosin hit a couple over it. Gusto hit one over the top, and we just can't get that final ball right with him. Right, he's getting some opportunities. Even he's played in through on the ground when we're just cutting through him, and finally gets a chance. Gets a shot block. Goes out for a corner. He sends it in. Uncle Tosin, who at that time was he? Did he have the captain's armband? I don't think he did. Palmer hadn't come off yet. But Tosin gets his goal. Lovely header. Good jump. Um, Showing that despite him being 6'4", or 6'5", and being fairly weak when it comes to aerial duels, he's still a set piece threat because of the size, because of the timing. So that puts it at 4-0. And then from there, it's just an onslaught. It's just subs coming on, right? Um, Sugo's coming on. Garnacho's coming on. The wrestler Liam Delap is coming on. So nice to get some guys, Ja Pedro, some guys, some minutes. And Cole Palmer get them some minutes to get them kind of up to full fitness, since some of them were playing maybe a half, maybe a game for their national sides, and then coming back. But then we get the fifth goal which is the Santos goal off of a corner again. Another lovely corner into the back post by Esteval, something that we would just love to see, right? We're so, for such a large part of the season, we were so adamant on near post corner routines where we would try to flick it on, and then try to, get somebody onto the second ball. No, just don't overcomplicate things. Put the ball in the box when you've got the physical dominance, which in the aerial dominance, which we had in this game, the quality difference. So you know that the ball that's going to come in is going to be a good ball from Esteban. And it was. Just put him in the box. See what this League One keeper can do when he's got bodies around him. And this one even went to VAR, I think, for a second, because there was a question about whether or not Tosin interfered with the keeper, even though Tosin was really in a headlock by, I think it was number 5 on Port Vale. And then Santos free header at the back post. So nice to see Santos get a goal. Like I said, this is the kind of game you get your stats up. If you got goal bonuses in your contracts, this is the kind of game that you say, you know what? Text the wife, text the missus. Yeah, we can go on that shopping trip after the game. We can go to Chanel. We can go to Burberry. We can go to Gucci, Prada. Hit up all the high-end stores because I know I'm going to get a nice little bonus in my check because I'm going to bag one, maybe bag two today. And yeah, we were sharing. We were scoring the goals. Esteval, first half a little, I wouldn't say anonymous, but most of the action came down that right-hand side. But he gets his goal in the second, in the second half, and went to VAR again. It was a lovely pass. I think it was Hato. Yeah, Hato played the pass in, um, and kind of split it. I thought it was Kavara McQueen who came on too, so it was lovely to see McQueen get his Chelsea debut and to finally get some minutes, because he's been killing it for the under 21 side, the under 18 side for England. Scored a banger midweek for their international team, but lovely weighted pass by Hato, who played. She's been playing fairly well, right? He's one of the players that you say is definitely improved underneath Rosinha. Plays a lovely ball into Garnacho. Garnacho's got a 1v1. He misses. It's a little bit of a scrum. The ball comes off, and then Esteval is Johnny on the spot. Toe pokes it in, goes to VAR because they don't know if Esteval was offside or who the last deflection came off of. Rightly gets judged a goal because it did come off of the Port Vale defender. It's 6-0, and you're like, all right, let's just keep it coming, keep it coming. And we get the extra one in the stoppage time. Garnacho, which I'll be honest with you, I didn't really think it was a penalty. I thought Garnacho fouled himself, but Garnacho draws the penalty and then steps up to the spot. You know Garnacho loves to scam a goal and assist. He holds the ball, doesn't let anybody have it. I thought maybe you might give it to Delap just so he can get a goal, right? Always nice to see when your strikers take pins, but Garnacho says, nah, he takes it, slots it home. It's 7-0, it's the last kick of the game. And that's that. Look, in the grand scheme of things, what does this tell us about Chelsea and how we're going to fare for the rest of the season? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. Like as soon as this game is went over, celebrate it. Fans enjoy it. Get on the rest of your rest of your Saturday if you're over here in the States and you got the rest of the day to look forward to. Enjoy it for the night if you're over there in England and other parts of the world. But don't take too much from it, right? It's Port Vale. It's FA Cup quarterfinals. It's at home. It's a side that we should have dominated, and we actually did dominate, and we looked well. We didn't concede anything, which we struggled at times with some of the lesser opposition in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. But just enjoy it moving forward, right? It's nice to have some positivity around the club, positivity around the proceedings and things like that. But yeah, just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. My man of the match. Um, Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Nobody played poorly. Everybody was 7 out of 10 or better. Jao Pedro was pretty good. Esteval was pretty good. Midfielders, Lavia was pretty solid. Survived an injury scare, which we all kind of gasped at when he came down on his ankle. Um, Santos was pretty good. If I'm leaning it, I might say Neto had 2 assists. I might give it to Santos just because I thought he had a very well overall game, but I wouldn't be too fussed if you gave it to any of those guys, probably bar Palmer and bar Sanchez, just because Sanchez didn't have anything to do. Same with Fofana. Fofana didn't have much to do. Gusto was fairly good too. Today I thought he had one of his better games. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Santos. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and then we'll be back maybe midweek with maybe like a little Champions League thing. Catch me on the boardroom over there at JM Villain Noir. Catch me on the catch up. Sometimes on Judge Footy Mo's counter view shows with the homie Paz, Touchline, Rom, Stan, and Nathan, and some of the other good folks over there. So yeah, man. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, we're happy today. No complaints. No complaints. We out. Peace, people.